We were supposed to have Sheikh Mubarak Awes, who has not yet arrived. We also have a letter by our Honorable Sheikh, my mentor, who told me, Sheikh, una speed sana punguza. Dr. F.S. Abdallah, the Executive Board Member, Intelligence Council of Kenya. I will discuss the significance of intelligence dialogue. We also have Islamic Unity for Community Prosperity. That is by His Excellency, the Iranian Ambassador. Then we will go to books launch. Book launch, we have 5 books to be launched today. Remember, this is university. So we are launching books here. If you don't launch books here, where do we launch them? We'll have Quranic Arabic, which will be launched by Dr. F.S. Abdallah, because he wrote the poem in that book. We have Kiswahili Hatua kwa Hatua, which was supposed to be launched by Dr. Professor Mohamed Bakari. I don't see him here. We talked to him in the morning and said he's coming, so there must be something happening somewhere. So inshallah, if Kiswahili Hatua kwa Hatua, he will not have arrived here, that will be launched. There are 2 books which my mentor, Sheikh Ahmed Said Bajadu, Shabi, he was supposed to launch against all odds shadows to start, but he had told me maybe he might request Sheikh Al-Assad, Professor Sharif to Assad to launch it. So inshallah, I believe they have already talked. So if he has done that, then Sharif Hussein will launch Kiswahili Hatua kwa Hatua, but Sharif might be leaving. So Kiswahili Hatua kwa Hatua will be launched by any person, and then there will be radicalization process and solutions, which will be launched by Honorable Shahabal, and then inshallah that is radicalization, and then there is the last book, the last minute adrenaline, which will be launched by Her Excellency Ambassador Esther Waringa, who is sitting there. She launched from there. After the launch, inshallah, that is where we will have now the keynote speech by our chief guest, Honorable Suleiman Shaban, inshallah, who is the member of East Africa Legislative Assembly. So that is the order. And then, inshallah, the closing remarks will be given by my brother here, and he has some news. So for now, I'm leaving the podium. He's the one who will run the podium, inshallah. But as he does that, you'll allow me to invite the Iranian ambassador, inshallah, to speak about the Islamic unity for 10 minutes, inshallah. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So I'm very glad and delighted to be here in this very august and respectful gathering and ceremony. So first of all, I would like to thank the organizers of this important event to extend the invitation to me as to be a part of this lovely gathering. The topic that has been put on the program for my speech is on unity and its urgent need in our world today. Nobody can deny or nullify the very vital role of unity for the Islamic movement throughout the world. Current issues and realities facing Muslims, especially the situation in West of Asia, particularly Gaza, Palestine, as well as Lebanon, and other countries in the region, has put the unity on top of the agenda for all Muslims. When we are talking about unity, it's not about a word or just simple French. It is on a culture of unity that we, as members of the society, should make of it. This culture the main element, essence of this culture is about understanding, dialogue, coexistence in diversity, respect differences, brotherhood and sisterhood, as well as fairness. Foundations of such a society are morality, justice, and rule of law. Which transforms the natural society to a civilized society based on culture of unity. So we can build peaceful and prosperous society, and this is a real development you can work and deliver to all. Islam is the religion of peace and harmony. It is the religion of tranquility and brotherhood among people. Islam teaches unity, which is the most important ingredient for the survival of people on this planet. Islam has laid a great emphasis on the development of brotherhood, love, respect, and prosperity among Muslims. Unity gives power, strength, and courage in any particular community or group, and it becomes so much difficult for external forces and sources to crush, break, or harm any individual from the United. Strong and secure in those societies and networks where there are less conflicts and more understanding. This leads to grow such societies faster, also helps to achieve something bigger and better in the world. Unity is the greatest blessing of Almighty Allah and the major element of success in every aspect of life. Islamic unity is a duty which the Almighty Allah has commanded us to adhere to and achieve, and made it a concomitant description of this ummah when he said, and I quote, "And hold firmly to the rope of Allah all together, and do not become divided." And I quote. Surah Al-Mubarakatul Al-Imran 103. And he also said, indeed, this, your religion, Islam, is one religion, and I am your Lord, so worship me. Al-Anbiya, verses 92. The Prophet's Sunnah stressed this call by words and deeds. The Prophet ﷺ said, all the Muslims' blood is of equal value, and all the Muslims are like one hand against others, and the lowest of rank among them moves around freely under their protection. The meanings of such verses from the Holy Quran and from the sayings of the Prophet ﷺ make it incumbent upon the believers to unify their ranks under the banner of Islam and renounce historical enmity, tribal differences, and disputes, personal ambitions, and racial slogans. Needless to say that our age is an age of regional blocs which serve various intellectual, social, and economic purposes under banners of globalization, secularism, and modernism, and also because of the media's unrestricted openness. This makes the Muslim world targeted with a bid to put an end to these distinctive features, destroy its basic elements, and undermine the foundations of its spiritual and intellectual civilization. Our Ummah cannot be protected from these perils and threats except by unifying its ranks and eliminating the reasons of discord, especially that our Ummah has all factors of unity which include a common creed with common social, economic, legislative, and cultural aspects. Having said this, today we all, Muslims and all governments, should strive and have duty to leaving behind all disputes that their effects only lead to inflaming enmity and deepening discord and dividing the Ummah, maintaining and enhancing positive opinion and mutual trust between Muslims, both as governments and citizens, through directing the media to fostering a spirit of unity and promoting the ethics of dialogue. The issue of Al-Quds and Al-Aqsa Mosque and Gaza and Palestine and Lebanon are issues concerning all Muslims. Thus, the governments of Muslim countries are obligated to give this issue and other similar issues due attention and take prompt and appropriate measures, which may include the following: denouncing and condemning the criminal acts of genocide by the Israeli regime against the people of Gaza and Palestine and Lebanon, to be united in taking positions and actions to stop such acts and crimes which goes against all human values and ethics and are absolute violation of international law, international humanitarian law, and are the humiliation of human dignity and denies the oppressed people from enjoying their fundamental human rights. Extending full support to the struggling Palestine and the resistance front, and sitting with the Palestinians and Lebanese in their resistance against ugly aggressions of Zionist regime and its acts of genocide and other committed crimes. Distinguished audience, my brothers and sisters, please let us pray for unity, peace and well-being of Muslims and Islamic countries, and also pray for global peace and security for all. Wish you all blessings of Allah. Thank you and have a good day and celebration. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Ambassador, the Republic of Iran. I now want to welcome the next speaker, Dr. Ernest Abdullah, the Executive Board Member, Interreligious Council of Kenya, who will take us through the significance of interreligious dialogue in peace. And I really want to emphasize on the aspect of time so that we can get all the speakers on board, inshallah.
I think you've been emphasizing on the timing, but I'm sure that Hassan knows when you give the mic in the video. And when you want to cover the subject, of course, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. With the permission of His Excellency, I've been hearing he's been introduced as the ambassador of Iran, and I think it's formal that we should say him, not Iran. With your permission, Excellency. His name is Dr. Ambassador Ali Gulampur. Right? So maybe you can take that down. It's Dr. Ali Gulampur. Thank you. Our chief guest today Honorable Sulaiman Shahbal, a Makerland businessman and a leader, and inshallah the next governor of Mombasa, hopefully. Amin Shahbal. Yeah, everybody is for it. Thank you. Distinguished guests, dear students, beloved parents, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all with the Islamic greeting of peace, of Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Simply, may peace and blessings of Almighty be upon all of you. All protocol observed. I am indeed, of course, I expected some of my interreligious colleagues around here so we could have a dialogue with them. I normally prefer a dialogue rather than a speech reading. However, circumstantially, with the permission of Dr. Hassan, I am definitely getting cold feet to talk about interreligious in front of Dr. Hassan. We have traveled with him all over the world on the same subject, and at no time I was the one talking. It was him who talked. However, I'll try and fulfill this opportunity and honor given to me. I am profoundly honored and also humbled to address this 2024 University of Nairobi Maulid celebration, which brings together senior religious leaders across faith tradition, key captains of industries, and business from our corporate sector, representative of the diplomatic corps and international organizations, as well as civil society, advocates and academics. We are assembled here at this auspicious occasion for the University of Nairobi annual Maulid celebration. This fine morning against the backdrop of innocent and beautiful dreams being buried every day, motivated by religious extremism and despicable acts of cultism in the name of religion. What do we say? We all know that this vulnerability and gullibility of innocent souls are preyed upon by call-out individuals. This annual University of Nairobi Maulid celebration is aimed at enabling those of us who are Muslims and those devout believers in other faith and tradition to symbolically walk arm in arm into the future. I am reminded of the profound significance of this moment, a moment of unity, of solidarity, and of shared humanity. It is an honor to be in the presence of such a diverse and compassionate souls coming together in the spirit of harmony and understanding. Recognizing the imperative need for constructive dialogue among different faiths and religions to enhance mutual understanding, human dignity, social justice, preservation of environment, harmony and cooperation for positive change among people of diverse religions, spiritual expressions and indigenous traditions, and knowing the conviction of all religions for peace, respect, mutual understanding, and coexistence, and welcoming the proclamation of United Nations General Assembly for the first week of February of every year as the World Interfaith Harmony Week between all religions. Faith and beliefs, and also the celebration of the Golden Rule Day, which is annually April 5th. And the Golden Rule itself, which says, treat others the way you want to be treated. Of course, for those Muslims, I'm sure we all know that we are told, but now the United Nations have taken that over as their team. And we'll come to learn that it's not only the Islamic, but everybody has quoted the same word in different religion aspects. This, of course, is the path for peaceful coexistence, human dignity, freedom of religion, belief, and harmony. And I find it a collision with Dr. Hassan. I'm sure many of us are not aware of what is the golden rule declared by the United Nations, which is 5th of April every year. All the religious bodies, all the religious beliefs get together and talk about unity, and this is part of what we are here for. And everybody has got their own quote from their own divine books talking about the same thing. And what is the same thing? There will be peace, harmony, and human dignity on earth. We all act and live according to the golden rule. May peace prevail on earth. Where the Muslims are concerned, it is there where the Prophet ﷺ said, no one of you truly believes until you wish for others what you wish for yourself. The Christians, Jesus, Matthew 7:12, in everything do to others as you would have them do to you, for this is the law and the prophets. Judaism, what is hateful to you, do not do to your neighbor. This is the whole Torah. All the rest is commentary. I'm not saying that one is practicing it or not. Baha'i faith, lay not on in any sort a lot that you would not wish to be laid upon you, and desire not for that anyone thinks that. Buddhism, treat not others in ways that yourself would find hurtful. Hinduism, this is the beauty, do not do others what would cause pain to you. So we go on. Zoroastrianism, of course, one of the oldest religions which originates from Iran. Yeah? Do not do unto others whatever is injurious to yourself. So what am I saying? I'm saying whatever we are gathered here today is something which has been exercised or which is exercised by the whole religions. And for the benefit of our brothers and sisters in Islam, and of course our brothers and sisters in humanity, we need to go back and look at Imran verse 61. Surah Imran verse 61, where Mubahila is mentioned. Now what is Mubahila? For many of those who may not know about it, you go to Surah Imran verse 61. But of course it's the Shia sector, it is called Idul Mubahila, where it's celebrated, where according to the Islamic sources, the event of Mubahila was a meeting between our Prophet ﷺ and a Christian delegation from Najran. Najran is what we call the present Yemen, where of course there was a differences where the Christians were told the Muslims were talking ill about Jesus and vis-a-vis. So the Prophet was, of course, ordered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to talk to the Christians. And the Christians did ask, what is Jesus? How is Jesus in you Muslims? And of course, the Prophet said, the case of Jesus is the case of Adam. So this has been going on for years, yeah? And ladies and gentlemen, beloved students, my fervent prayer reasons for a world where love reigns supreme, where prejudice is but a distant memory. Let our collective efforts bring forth this glorious reality whose peace and unity flourishes like flowers in vibrant gardens. Let's embrace this golden rule always, and not only when it befits us. Interfaith is not just something we do, as a matter of fact. It is who we are. We are not just enthused by being involved in peace building, but also the fact that we are ourselves bridges to peace. And correctly put by Mahatma Gandhi, there is no way to peace. There is only peace, and there can only be peace. We do believe that religion has been defined as a set of organized beliefs, practices, and systems that relate to what human beings regard as holy, sacred, spiritual, or worthy of special reference. We also believe that adherents of religion perceive their doctrine not as opinions or subject to personal preferences, but as the truth anchored on various motives of credibility, including historical evidence, personal or shared experience, observations and logic and reference. As people of faith and desirous of common peaceful endeavor, it is imperative that we learn to share our common spiritual roots and futuristic hopes devoid of hate, prejudice, and discrimination. Of course, as we celebrate the birth of our beloved Prophet Muhammad, let us all strive to see the divine spark in every soul, to honor the inheritance dignity of every human being, and to build bridges of understanding and empathy across. May this get together be a beacon of hope, a celebration of diversity, and a testament to the transformative power of love, compassion. Let us all keep our honest, diligent, and faithful service to mankind. With that, I thank you all for listening to me, and be blessed. Thank you.
Takbir. Thank you so much, Dr. Ibn Abdullah. I have something to say because of the audience that we are having today. Kindly, I want to humbly request the speakers angalau kuchanganya Kiswahili na Kizungu na kutumia maneno mazito sana. Najua tuko university, lakini kuna wenzetu wadogo hapa wanatoka wanafurahi na hewa, si ndio? Kwa hiyo the next speakers that are coming, kindly consider the audience that is in attendance so that at least we can balance. I want now to welcome Dr. Sheikh Mubarak Aweso atupatie kalima kidogo ili tuweze kupata na kuzidisha nyoyo zetu mahaba yake Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. الحمد لله رب الحسن بمحمد وقدم به من ذمة الأبيات. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراط الله المستقيم وعلى آله وصحبه حق قدره ومقداره العظيم. وبعد nashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu Subhanahu wa Ta'ala aliyeniwezesha kujumuika nanyi hapa leo katika sherehe kama hii ya kukumbuka mazazi ya Mtume Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Sherehe ya mazazi ya mkombozi wa ulimwengu aliyekuja kuleta mabadiliko katika hii dunia, alieneza nuru katika ulimwengu kama huu. Mungu Mwenyezi Mungu Subhanahu wa Ta'ala kama nilivyokujulisha hapa, kwa sababu yake Rasulullah tumekuja naye katika Firdaus al-A'la kabisa pamoja na yeye na kuwajibika wa iPhone bana. Aliulizwa mmoja katika maulama akamwambia sifla na janna, usifie pepo. Hili swali lina majibu mengi kutokamana na madhehebu ya kila mmoja katika anachokipenda. Ikiwa mtu ni wakupenda vyakula atataja manna wa salwa. Ikiwa mtu ni wakupenda vinywaji atataja mito ya asali, mito ya pombe, mito ya maziwa. Na ikiwa mtu ni wakupenda kina Leila na Salwa atataja kwa aina. Kila mmoja na majibu yake, na kama tunapoambiwa wanasu bima ya shakuna madhari watu katika madhehebu tofauti. Lakini sikiza jawabu la huyu bwana. Alipoambiwa sana na pepo anasema bila Rasulullah. Katika pepo kuna mtume sallallahu tendo kwa picha. Nataka hivi tena zaidi ya uko na pepo ya pepo. Jamaa ulama katika kumswalia kwanza nikisema Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammadin jannatil janna. Ya Rabbi msalie bwana wewe kama nimetumia pepo ya pepo. Vipi pepo ya pepo? Nasema Mwenyezi Mungu akitaka kutustarehesha sisi waumini anatuingiza katika janna. Akitaka kutustarehesha sisi anatuingiza katika pepo. Lakini ile pepo yenyewe akitaka kuistarehesha anamuingiza mtume ndani yake. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Kwa hivyo yeye ndio jannatul janna. Sallallahu alaihi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. Napokea Imam Muslim katika sahihi yake, na Ahmad katika musnad yake, na Nasai katika sunan yake na wengineo. Mtume sallallahu alaihi wasallam siku moja ametoka akaona masahaba zake wamekusanyika. Akawauliza, "Jamaa ijlasakum, nini kimewaketisha hapa pamoja?" Wakamjibu akamwambia, "Jalasna nadhkurullah, tumekaa tunamtaja Mwenyezi Mungu, wa nahmaduhu ala ma manna alaina bidini, na tunamshukuru kwa kule kutukirimu sisi kutupa Uislamu." Kisha wakasema, wa manna alaina bi, na tunamshukuru kwa kutukirimu kutupa wewe mtume. Sallu ala nabi. Yale malengo yaliyotusaidia sisi, tunamtaja Mungu, tunamshukuru kutujalia kwa Uislamu, lakini vile vile tunamshukuru kwa kutuletea Bwana Mtume Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, kwa sababu hakuna neema iliyokuwa kubwa kama kutumiliziwa Mtume sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ndio maana Mwenyezi Mungu akatokea, laqad manna Allahu ala al-mu'minin, Mwenyezi Mungu amewaneemesha waumini. Na angalia lugha iliyotumika hapa katika Qur'ani. Mwenyezi Mungu hakusema laqad an'ama Allah, pamoja kwa inamaanisha, ina maana kuneemesha, lakini hakusema Mwenyezi Mungu an'ama, bali amesema manna, kwa sababu man ina maana ya ziada, ndio kwamba ni maana ya kata, kukata. Yaani kana kwamba Mwenyezi Mungu anasema zikitajwa zile neema za Mwenyezi Mungu basi hata kabisa kwa hakuna inayofikia neema ya kutumilizwa Mtume Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa ala alihi wasallam. Kwa hivyo masahaba wakamweleza Mtume lengo na sababu ya wao kukusanyika sehemu kama ile. Mtume aliuliza swali, akamwambia, "Allahi ma ajlasakum illa hadha." Na hapo Mtume akaonyesha kiapo, ama akarejea akasema, "Wallahi hakuna lililowaketisha hapa na kuwakusanya isipokuwa hilo." Akasema, "Allahi ma ajlasana illa hadha." Kwa hapa ya Rasulullah, hakuna lingine lilokusanya hapa isipokuwa hilo. Mtume sallallahu alaihi wasallam akamwambia makosa, akamwambia mnaenda kinyume na manhaj, akamwambia sipo hivi nilivyofundisha, bali aliwaambia, "Ama inni lam astahlikum tuhamatan." Mimi sikuwapisha kuwa na watuhumu kwa mnafanya jambo la makosa. Akasema, "Walakinna Jibril akhbarani bi anna Allah yubahi bikum malaika." Amenijilia Jibrili akaniambia Mwenyezi Mungu anajifakhiri kwa kupitia nyinyi kwa malaika wake. Yaani Mwenyezi Mungu Subhanahu wa Ta'ala anatutaja kwa majina na kujifakhiri na sisi mbele ya malaika wake. Kwa jambo sababu gani hili? Huko ni jambo la kheri, ni la baraka. Kwa kila unapokaa katika vikao vya kheri kama hivi, ukamswalia Bwana Mtume sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ukamsalimia, ukamshukuru Mola Subhanahu wa Ta'ala kwa kututumizia mtume kama huyu, inakuwa ni sababu ya kujenga mafungamano kati yako na Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, inakuwa ni sababu ya kuweka karibu na yeye katika janna ya Mwenyezi Mungu Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Maana kitu akrabukum minni majlisa aktharukum alayya salat, atakayekuwa karibu na mimi katika pepo ni yule ambaye kwamba atakuwa ni mwenye kuniswalia kwa wingi. Mwenyezi Mungu tujalie ni wenye kumsalia. Mwenyezi Mungu Subhanahu wa Ta'ala azidi kumnyanyua daraja Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, atukufue chini ya bendera yake, atuvukishe sirati pamoja na yeye, kwa nyuma yake tukiingia peponi. Inshallah atunywishe katika haudhi yake kwa kupitia mkono wake mwenyewe Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wassalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So we now go to the next session of this program, which is the book club, and we will start by the book Qur'ani Karata. Before Dr. comes, for those students taking Bachelor of Education Arts at the University of Nairobi, doing religious study at 4.1 in your fourth year, as you are almost graduating, this is a core unit in the Kikuyu campus. So this book, despite the fact that it's an important book in the Muslim community, but as well is a core unit at this great institution. So I now want to welcome once again Dr. Ednes Abdullah so that he can officially launch the book.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I think the protocol is unique, believe me, because the forward by myself is already there, and with the permission of the author, I will just read the forward. It is an honor to present this book on the Arabic Quranic language, a language that has influenced civilizations across continents and centuries. Arabic roots in the Semitic language family trace back to ancient times, but its impact stretches far beyond its linguistic ancestry. As the language of the Quran and liturgical language of Islam, Arabic holds a sacred status of millions of Muslims around the world. However, its significance extends beyond religion, as Arabic became the medium through which scholars of Islamic Golden Age share their groundbreaking contributions to science, literature, and philosophy, among other fields. Arabic influence can be seen in numerous languages across the globe, including the Swahili language of East Africa, where the fusion of Arabic and African cultures gave rise to a unique and vibrant cultural heritage. Over centuries, Arabic has played a crucial role in trade, diplomacy, and intellectual exchange between the Arab world and East Africa. As we look to the future, the importance of Arabic as a global language continues to grow. Its recognition as an official language by international organizations such as the United Nations reflects its global standing. Moreover, with the rising significance of the Arab world in global economics and politics, learning Arabic has become an essential tool for those looking to engage with the region. This book provides an insightful journey through the history, development, and modern relevance of Arabic language. It is valuable contribution to the study of language and culture, offering readers a deeper understanding of Arabic's profound influence across time. It is launched by Dr. Faridun Suleiman Abdullah, who, of course, I come from the Sarj community and one of the board members of Interreligious Council, being the vice chairman for 4 years and acted for 6 months as the chairman. Thank you very much.
What do you get motion?
Thank you so much, Dr. I think I can say that it's officially launched. Okay, so we now go to the second book, Kiswahili Hatua kwa Hatua, which will be launched by which will be launched by Professor Muhammad Makari, a senior lecturer and a former lecturer at the University of Nairobi.
Ishara ni hii. Hii. Ishara ni gani?
I have a sense of deja vu. When I look at this place, it takes me back to many years back. I just wonder how many students are there, from the University of Nairobi, Muslim students. Can you raise your hands, please? So there aren't any. I ask this because I was one of the very first Muslim students
In fact, when we came, there were only about 4 or 5 of us here. 4 or 5 students. And we formed an organization called UNIS, most of Nairobi Islamic students. So you would imagine that there would be something like 500. But in fact, there were only a handful of us.
Na ningewashauri wanafunzi haswa wafanye bidii ya kusoma sana kitabu hiki, kwa sababu it is an example of how anybody with courage, conviction, dedication and hard work can rise from the ashes, if I may use the word, to the clouds. Kwa hivyo tafadhalini, take and read this book and get guidance from this book by Dr. Hassan Kinyua, so that you and I and everybody here can all benefit. It is my great honor and pleasure to officially launch against all odds.
Shukran so much, Sharif Hassan, Ustaz. And alichosema Ustaz ni kwamba you look at Dr. Hassan, you see what it means. You see the results of hard work and dedication. You come at the university with nothing apart from slippers, but currently when he walks along the corridors of the university, kila mtu anampatia ile heshima ambayo inatakikana. He's a senior lecturer, and despite him being a senior lecturer, right now we are now going to the 4th book, and these are not the only books that he has written. We have other books that he has written before. So to my younger brothers who are sitting here, it is possible. It is inawezekana. So I now want to welcome Honorable Esther Waringa so that she can launch the 4th book, The Last Minute, by Dr. Hassan once again.
Dr. Ali, the Iranian ambassador, Dr. Hassan Kinyua, senior lecturer at University of Nairobi and a great scholar and a great reader in the Republic of Kenya, the University of Nairobi Department of Religious Studies, all protocols observed, our VIPs, our Muslim brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shukran sana. We are brothers and sisters. Sisi wote ni watoto wake Mungu Mwenyezi aliyetuumba. Kwa hivyo tuwapenda sana na shukran sana Dr. Hassan kwa kuona vyema nifike hapa. Kwa majina naitwa Ambassador Esther Waringa, currently the President of Public Service Governance na pia Rais wa 6 wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. I'm running for the 6th head of state and government, Republic of Kenya, inshallah. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to have this minute to launch this book, The Last Minute Adrenaline. Naomba tutulie, tusikize. Hiki kijitabu, The Last Minute Adrenaline by Peter Mutinda. This book is teaching us about the power of prioritization amidst a crisis. How can you manage yourself? How can you be able to prioritize amidst a crisis? Prioritization must be given. Prioritization must be given a chance in our religious our governments, in our international agencies, the UN, and other agencies that are taking care of humanity are being taught by this book to prioritize interventions. Today, because of this book, by the power given to us by this book, we are humbly requesting the government of Kenya to prioritize solutions on abductions currently ongoing in the country, where we had Amina, Abdul Rashid, Dahil, and Waris brutally murdered. The book teaches the government to prioritize. Number two, it's also teaching us, the government of Kenya, that we must prioritize the Linda Mama initiative. Wanawake wetu wanaenda hospitalini, hawawezi pata watoto vizuri kwa sababu ya bili kubwa ya hospitali. Therefore, the book is telling the government of Kenya today, let us prioritize streamlining the Linda Mama initiative and cash transfers to allow our women to give birth and go home as soon as possible. The same book is teaching us fraternity government, the Israeli government, that today the war in Gaza between Israel and Gaza will be won interreligious harmony. If the international community is able to prioritize the power of interreligious harmony, the war between Israel and Gaza will come to an end. If governments are able to prioritize the power of interreligious harmony and prioritize the human life, the war between Russia and Ukraine will come to an end. Human life must be prioritized. That is what this book is teaching us today. And finally, we must continue promoting because the interreligious harmony will be the backbone of our national peace, global peace, and sustainable development in the Republic of Kenya. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
has prepared for us today, inshallah. So, karibu sana.
Assalamu alaikum. Niulize swali, university students wako hakuna mmoja tu, kuna ashara 10 tu huko ndani, lakini kuna kitu mimi nataka kusema ambaye ni muhimu nyinyi university students kupeleke hii message. There must be a sense of responsibility. Azhari kwa sababu is a graduate of the most famous sisi Waislamu we've been accused of being manake jihad kwa lugha ya putting in the maximum effort. Na kuna jihad ya dini, kuna jihad ya kusoma, kuna jihad ya improve yourself. So Dr. Kinyo alipoandika hichi kitabu anaeleza the origins and the causes of extremism. Extremism maana watu wanachukua dini wanaenda extreme. Lakini dini yetu is our religion is a religion of love, is a religion of tolerance, is a religion of understanding each other. It's a religion of accepting other people. Even in religion, na nyinyi mnaosoma Qur'ani mnaambiwa lakum dinakum waliyadin. Nyinyi mna dini yenu na sisi tuna dini yetu, tuheshimiane. Ilikuwaje kwa watu wakabadilisha mizimu? So nilipoona hichi kitabu Dr. Kinyo ameandika, tunashukuru sana. So Dr. asante sana bwana. And I want to declare officially that this book is launched now. Sasa mimi hapa naona kuna vijana wengi kwa madrasa. Kwa hapa sio. Jumapili leo mnalala nyumbani, utabadilisha vipi? How are you going to change this country? How are you going to stand up and be counted? And be counted. So today, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here, but I'm also disappointed. And go and tell the other students that, my friend, stand up and be counted. Martin Luther King, not where he stands in times of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of hardship and difficulty. And our community is going through a difficult time. So stand up and be counted. Education is a privilege. Wewe ukifika university, kumbuka kuna thousands more ambao uko nyuma huko ambao hawapati hii chance ulopata. So you have to make the most of it. And you have 3 responsibilities. Masuhulia kwako wewe mwenyewe kuhakikisha kwa unaishi kama Mwenyezi Mungu anataka wewe uishi, kama mtume wetu sallallahu alaihi wasallam experience na example alotupa. Responsibility to your family, na family si watoto wako na ndugu zako tu, ni ile community. Wewe usikae hapa kama mnyama tu unakuja you take care of your personal needs. No, you need to contribute to the community. Kuna watu wengi kwenye society wetu ambao wataka kuweka wanawake wetu nyuma, kisha wanatafuta kama kuna mtu ambaye tutafuata nyayo zake, tufuate nyayo za mtume wetu. Military leader alikuwa scholar. Kama utafuata nyayo za mtu, wewe nyote. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa alaikum salam.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ujumbe tumeupata mheshimiwa na ujumbe utafika. I don't know why my university students munaniangusha, because I can see more than 10 seated there. I can see sisters over there, and I can see 1 or 2 this end. Sasa mnafanya tunaonekana hatuko kabisa, ilhali tuko. Waambiwa huku akilemewa hukaa chini, afanye kitu hajizikezi. Kwa hiyo tuko pamoja, si ndio? Thank you so much mheshimiwa the MP for Yala. Now I want to give my remarks as the University of Nairobi chairperson, and also in my capacity as the chairperson of the Association of Universities and Colleges of Kenya. Mheshimiwa, yesterday you had a Professor Stephen Kiama. We have students that hawakuweza because Muslim students. I'm the chairperson and I know how it feels. We have Muslim students surviving 1 meal per day, which costs only 50 shillings and chapati na maharagwe samples. Those who are working. So I really want you Muslim leaders to support us in this initiative. And lastly, I know the main is not easy, but when we were planning this event, we tried to look at the University of Nairobi have this talk, but we know the nature and the culture of mountain. What we are waiting for, I mean, how itakuwa conference rather than na kwa lolote lile ambalo lingine litakuwa na kasoro. Haya ni maulidi ya wanafunzi wa university. Wale sponsors ambao wako hapa, you know how difficult, I mean, how consistent tumekuwa tukipigia simu, kindly support us to make this a success. So kwa niaba ya chama cha Waislamu cha chuo kikuu cha Nairobi, tunatoa shukrani na tunawashukuru sana kwa kuja. Sawa. So I now invite our doctor so that he can give us the votes of thanks, and we head for prayers, inshallah.
Yes, alhamdulillah, thumma salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, Muhammad Abdullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, His Excellency the Iranian Ambassador, Kenya, His Excellency Honorable Sheikh Suleiman Shahbal, may Allah grant all of you the best, Honorable Sheikh Foundation Kenya, His Excellency Honorable Sheikh Barak Awes, the Chief Imam Al-Huda Mosque. May Allah grant you the best. Today he has brought 2 buses, government buses here at the university, and your officers are there. Sheikh, our father, Sharif Asad, may Allah grant you the best, and you are the best, and your children are the best. Our father, Professor Muhammad Bakari, every time the university always keep on telling me, be like Professor Bakari. He came to this university, he left us in peace. And the reason they said that, there was a Muslim lecturer here who caused a lot of chaos, but he left. But I tried to be knocked in this university. I knocked it. I thank Allah. From the Vice Chancellor to whichever office in this university, to our Sheikh who is there, and also Brother Faisal from Green Dome Foundation, may Allah grant you the best, and our Sheikh from Mackinnon Road, may Allah grant you the best. But I will not forget our who are there, Reverend Scholar, who is my colleague at St. Paul University. Please stand up. Thank you so much. Reverend, God bless you. And we also have our sister from the United States of America. Because you come from Brentford, please stand up. I have seen you. May God grant you the best with your PA. Sister Husseina, also, may Allah grant you the best. And each and every person whom I have forgotten to mention, please, Ikabete. If you don't know, then you know. Our Muslim Ikabete, which is one of the best at the university. So for the children who are here, watoto ambao mko hapa, nataka kutoka leo ama salama kwa kiasi fulani. Kwa hivyo nyote mkitoka leo, mseme nataka kuwa kama Professor Bakari, nataka kuwa kama na Professor Bakari ana a very great initiative wasomi Africa. He has invited me many times, but I've not made it, and I'm sorry, Professor, I'm very busy because I was elected Muslim Professionals in Africa. So if I'm not in Kenya, I'm in the US. If not in US, another country. Because if not in US, I'm in Iran also. Because I was telling the people in the embassy, please don't block me to go to some countries because of going to some countries. Because there's a country, I was invited and they had paid all my tickets. And I was to come back with around $5,000 per DM. But because I had gone to one country, I was blocked to go to the country. So they invited me a week ago. I told the ambassador, I'm not a just mere person who should be told which country to go to. I will go to Iran today. If I go to US, I'll go to US. If you call me to Syria, I will go. If Somalia, I go, because I've traveled to 35 countries. And it is not good for countries to block people to go to some countries because of going to some countries. And inshallah, for the ladies who are there, please keep on coming to the university. And we make sure that we'll have other events, not only Maulid. But lastly, our Maulid has always been unique, and we thank you. Na tukawa na watu karibu 200, tukawazungumzia mambo ya career counseling and guidance, na kuna waliomba ruhusa waondoke, wakaondoka. Kwa hivyo, mheshimiwa, ukiona kuna watoto walipungua, tuliwapa ruhusa. And we also knew, tulikuwa tunajua wazi hall haitatosha. Kwa hivyo tukiwaruhusu wende ilikuwa tukubali. Na hata hapa leaders walikuwa hapa, walikuwa karibu 10 na tuliwaruhusu wende kwa hikma yetu. Kwa sababu inshallah tutakuwa hall kubwa, lakini ikapunguzwa, lakini inshallah next year we will not come here. Tutaenda hall kubwa zaidi. And lastly, to my Chancellor, University of Nairobi, and the Vice Chancellor, we kindly request that you allow us to use the mosque and to get the mosque, because I'm one of the people who met our former Vice Chancellor, Professor Kiama, and he agreed to allow us to have a mosque. So for the respect we have for this university, we are calling upon Professor Hutchinson, kindly, our leader, our Vice Chancellor, please approve that plan to have a mosque in this university. Because when you do that, you're not doing it for the Muslim students, you are doing it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Man bana lillahi baitan, bana Allahu lahu baitan fil jannah. So this is our appeal, and I think our leaders who are here, inshallah, will also push from somewhere, inshallah. Some of you tell, because my mentor, but I don't feel good, inshallah. Don't feel good, inshallah. So let us plan a home supplies for the meat, because they're the ones who contributed the meat. May Allah grant them the best. And we also thank our brother from KTN, Brother Jafar, and our brother from Al-Jannah, Magadi, muende mkijua Waislamu ni watu wa kuishi na watu wengine. Kwa ukimwona Mkristo umheshimu kwa dini yake. Ukimwona mtu mwingine waliyadini. Lakini mwisho, wa'tasimu bihablillahi jami'an wala tafarraqu. Kwa hivyo inshallah vitabu vitakuwa na wale wasichana